Are you an emotionally safe woman inside yourself already? And how is that going to affect the little child that you bring into this world? YouTube video. This is Gabriella, and welcome back to Little Souls with Big Feelings. Obviously, my YouTube has gone through a rebrand, also my IG, but yeah, this is a platform where I intend to uplift women and I help women to become a more safe and steadily emotionally safe person for themselves so that children can feel more safe too. So, if that sounds like something that you're in need of and you feel like you could resonate with something that I'm about to talk about, please stay, please like, please share, please comment. But I really hope that something in this video truly helps you. So, today we are speaking about how emotional safety within a woman goes back to the inner child, the inner girl. And this is a really intense subject because I feel like we need to heal so much before we choose to bring a child within this world, because responsibility goes far beyond materialistic things and more about, are you an emotionally safe woman inside yourself already? And how is that going to affect the little child that you bring into this world? But let's rewind. Let's take it back to the girl within you. I want you to pay attention. How does she show up? How does she show up? In what way is your mind racing? In which ways does she show up in how you speak to yourself? How are you talking to yourself? How is your thoughts programmed? How is your limitations showing up for you? Do you feel limited? Do you feel inspired? What is the small things that points back to how the little girl in you is showing up for herself in your daily life? And this is really an important topic because I feel like it's more about, if you grew up in an unstable environment, you need to ask yourself, hey, the mother is the most important aspect of a household. And you, as a mom, have a responsibility to truly heal that inner girl with inside yourself and ask yourself, how is she showing up? And I want to encourage you that you're doing great. You're doing great this far, and I see you putting in effort to become a better person and a more healed version of yourself, and the fruits that you will one day be, or grandma that you will be one day. Because I always like to say, like, I'm gonna be that wise grandma that will stay, and I will come back in my grandchildren's dreams. I'll tell him, like, look here, Oma's here, I'm here, like hyping you up from the astral reality, from the spiritual realm. And in the other dimension, I'm still here looking out for you. But that's beyond the point. The point is that we need to really work within ourselves to become better. And so today's conversation needs to dive deep into what is the aspects of you that you feel you need to work more on to understand. And the healing the inner girl inside yourself. I need you to start paying attention to how you're talking to yourself. And this is more about how your self talk affects the way that you will show up for yourself. Do you feel worthy? Do you feel seen? Do you feel understood? How is those things showing up for you on a day-to-day basis? Because remember, all these things are what actually helps you to become somewhere in life, you know what I mean? And this is not even materialistically, I'm talking about on your own journey to self. I'm talking about how you healing that with inside yourself. How are you coping with that specific thing? Do you understand what I'm saying? So many of us has grew up way too early, where they say like, oh, I know you guys would do that. I know I was one of those people who would be like, oh my word, you only this age, and like how, and like you're so strong for your age, you're so matured for your age, and how you need to ask yourself, but like, okay, but why actually? Yeah, because things exposed to me at such a young age that it forced me to be a more matured version of myself at such a age, where I wasn't even supposed to be this level of thinking, but like my circumstances brought me to this space where I'm like, damn, where you don't even realize it. You think it's normal. And like just today, I was talking to my sister, and she was telling me how a family member, like she's so old now. She's not old. She's yeah, she's a small child, but you can see that like she has grew up. Her situations and the things that life has brought. I think she's like 10 or something, has brought her to this age of really being able to see life bigger than what she should be seeing it at this moment. And I just feel like we have to become better so that we can present something better for our children that's coming. You understand what I mean? For the children that we will bring into this world. Because I don't think it's normal to be able to think like, oh yeah, I am this age, but I see life like this. Like, obviously, if you was beyond your years and like, traumatic experience has happened to you, cool. Like, that's just maybe your life path, and there's reasons for everything, but I'm talking about deep seated things that's truly actually subconsciously affecting the children that we bring into this world and that we have and that we are taking care of. So I need us to pay attention to these things. I need us to ask ourselves what actually happened to me, and have I actually dealt with it? Have I dealt with it? Have I dealt with actually what traumatic experience has brought me to this certain level of maturity at this age? Do you understand? Because healing the inner girl within ourselves is requiring us to ask ourselves this question. We need to sit in the shadows, we need to sit in the depths, we need to sit in the uncomfortable silence within ourselves. And like, I know it's not easy. I really know that. I've experienced that lately, where it's requiring me to really like sit in the silence, to sit in my own meditations of thought and think like, okay, I am safe, I'm okay. And I did like say on my story the other day that like, you don't have to be strong all the time. And realize, I'm so sorry. I think actually, okay. I think yeah, so not being strong all the time. You don't have to be strong. This a part of healing the inner girl within that side of self is realizing it never required us it never required healing never required us to be this strong version of ourselves continuously, because I feel like I also kept it always together. I kept myself always like strong, and like it's a part of me because of the things that I've experienced. Like, I mean, I'm not blaming my circumstances at all. I use it as a caterpillar for my growth, and that's the difference. You need to use the experiences that you go through for the caterpillar of your growth, and never as excuses. Otherwise, you are just a victim of your circumstances and not someone that actually uses the traumatic experiences to actually grow, like an alchemist. You understand? So be an alchemist, guys. By the way. But like what I was saying was, I've come to realize that I don't have to be strong all the time. I don't have to keep it together. And part of healing is realizing that you just need to allow yourself to break. You need to allow yourself to feel. You need to feel, because like even if I cry, like I tend to like, okay, like I'm good now. Like wipe my tears are gone. Like, but it's more than that. It's actually not even allowing yourself to wipe your tears yet. Just feel the emotion and feel what you need to feel. You know what I mean? Healing ourselves was never meant to be easy, but it is always worth the the journey. It's always worth taking the steps towards, no matter how small, no matter how big. But don't ever overexhaust yourself. Please always remember you're right where you need to be, that you're always doing your best. And I see you. I truly, truly do see you. Never give up on yourself. Please know that God has a plan for you, and there's reasons for even why you landed on this video. Maybe something in you really needed to see this, because I feel like this truly is something that every woman needs to hear, mother or not. You need to learn, because it's never too late to grow, and you're never too old to learn and to understand new things about experiences that you were facing when you were younger. That is my my yap session for today about healing the inner child. I have released a series. I have a series being released on IG, and this ties into the first episode. So if you would like to go check it out, please do. My IG is Little Souls with Big Feelings, or Little Souls and Big Feelings. I will add everything in the description box below so you can go and check it out. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Know that you are loved, and please know that I always see you doing your best in life. But take care, and I'm always here supporting you from afar as your YouTube, YouTube supporter. Have a blessed day and have a blessed, just stay blessed. Okay? I'll see you in my next video. Bye.